Perhaps a number of you did as a penance during Lent, giving up something that you enjoy. Well, one of the small penances I gave myself this Lent was to give up doing the crossword puzzle. I thought it will just remind me every morning that it's Lent. And it did, because I rather missed it. But at one point, I remembered doing a crossword puzzle years ago when I was stationed with a rather remarkable retired priest who always did the difficult crossword puzzle and saved the easy one for me. And one of the clues was Easter word. And so, being the good Catholic priest I am, I wrote bunny. It did not work. And luckily, I had pencil, so I got rid of it. And I thought, Easter, candy. Candy also did not work. Finally, I put down what I should have put down in the first place. Risen. The Easter word. And everything worked from that point on. And it's the truth of our faith. All of this life works because Jesus is risen. He shows us that we do not have to be afraid, even of death, because he who has suffered and died rose from the dead, and not only that, but calls us to follow him, so that our lives here, as wonderful as they are, and as filled with great things, are only a glimpse of what God has in store for us. That word risen will one day apply to us, because this is not the end. This is just the beginning of our lives. Jesus, risen from the dead. Jesus, who gives us our faith. Jesus, who calls these wonderful people in front of us to baptism and confirmation this evening. Jesus, who calls us together as a family of faith. Jesus, who gives us himself every time we come to the Eucharist, every time we hear his word in the gospel. Jesus is risen. And so we glorify him, because that is the right word. And we can say along with it, Alleluia.